very hard to do so, but if there was one single action or barrier that you think we need to implement or overcome to really drive forward hydrogen mobility, what would that be? Starting with you, Jaco.
Well, we definitely need more infrastructure. I mean, that's I think at least you need some sort of coverage in a country, if you will. We need more focus on heavy duty fueling, because most of the fueling stations are really much focused on passenger cars, which is good, but we need the heavy duty too, and we need more choice. I mean, especially in the heavy duty sector. I mean, there's very few. I mean, Hyzon is one of the very first who brings things commercially on the road. But we only have two OEMs in the passenger arena who have both one model, and it's also, well, at least they have two different models. One is an SUV and the other is a sedan. But yeah, it's very thin. I mean, it's nice for the developers, for like here in the telco, and maybe a lot of listeners. But it's really not yet for the for your neighbor.
Sure, thanks, Jaco. And Jose, some very brief thoughts from you on the one thing you'd like to see going forward.
Okay, I think, in my opinion, and I have already told to you and told to the people, I think we must be focused in the bus area. I think in big towns or something like this, it's easy. The most part of these companies have availability money from regional governments on some things. Okay, this is what happened in the moment. I think this will be the next step. We heard a lots of words about chicken and egg and chicken. We are trying to listen this. Okay, but I think it's real a point we can create it. If you created a couple of towns with buses, 350 bars buses, okay, then we can try to fill the Toyota or the Hyundai only with 350 bars, and then we can wait for the 700 bars, okay, because this is possible. And I think we must invest more in buses, okay? This is the idea, and this buses only brings to the public an idea. Then the hydrogen, it will be safe and will be the future and near future, okay?
Sure, thanks, Jose. And finally to you, Craig, what message perhaps would you be taking to COP26?
Frankly, we don't need a lot to create tipping points. We need a little help, but it's only the kind of help that levels up the playing field a little. For example, low carbon fuel standard type support, like you see in places like California, where you are incentivized to use a fuel which has a lesser environmental impact, but nobody needs to pay for your trucks or your buses. They just need to recognize and provide some valuation of the improved environmental impact of running on hydrogen instead of diesel, frankly. So something like a low carbon fuel rebate, or something like the Swiss road tax holiday for vehicles. This is all you need to create a tipping point around commercial vehicles running on hydrogen. You don't need any more than that. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to involve any ridiculous systems of capital allocation or anything crazy. You just need something that levels up the playing field a little bit, and that unlevel playing field is created by the fact that the real cost of fossil fuels has never really been levied.